Welcome back. This week, we're going to talk about toxic products that you use on yourself and in your house. I wanted to do this week because I saw my brain scan after going through surgery, and I've actually had 10 surgeries, and anesthesia affects your brain. And I've spent a decade, my 40s, late 30s and 40s doing food. And so I wanted to do everything I can to make my brain better. I didn't like what I saw in my scan and wanted to make my brain better. And so the next thing is products. And when I really realized how bad some of the products were that I was putting on my body.
So why did you get scanned?
I wasn't feeling right after surgery. So
you had a hysterectomy.
I had a hysterectomy. And I just didn't feel right. I kept saying I felt like I was walking through mud. And I go back to the doctor and she's like, well, you're fine now. Like, you're recovered. And I recovered fine. I mean, the recovery process was fine. I was exercising again or trying to. I didn't have the same energy. And I just didn't feel quite right. I couldn't articulate why. I just didn't feel quite right. I even went and checked to see if I was going through menopause, and everyone kept saying I was not. My hormones were all normal, but I didn't feel normal. So when I got scanned,
I would actually never call you normal. That wouldn't be in the top 10. Amazing, awesome, passionate.
Okay, but this is not really about me, except that I want to get to products. So when I saw my scan, it looked a little sleepy. And so I'm like, I want to focus on getting as healthy as I can. And so I'm already doing food. I'm like, I went after food. But I have to say I was not as motivated for a while. So my food even got a little bit sloppy. So I got really motivated to get my food back on track. But I really wanted to focus on products. And so I started using the app Think Dirty. And all my quote unquote healthy products that I was using were not that healthy. So just like with health food, when things say healthy or health food, you have to be really suspicious and read labels.
Or they put it in green packaging
Yeah.
so that you assume it may be.
Yeah.
Now, before we talk about it, let's talk about a review. And then let's remind you, if there's one thing you learn from this podcast, please post it on any of your social media channels and hashtag Brain Warriors Way podcast. And if you leave a review on brainwarriorswaypodcast.com or on Apple Podcast or wherever podcasts are, we will enter you into a drawing for a free Brain Warriors Way cookbook. So this one made me cry. This is from Catherine Willett. I have followed Dr. Amen since he was first on PBS, which is now, 11, 12 years ago. And I have since found him and Tana on YouTube. Thank God I did, because it may save my 33-year-old son's life. I am in the middle of trying to fight for his life as I did for my own, but have to get the pieces of the puzzle together. In the meantime, until I can gather my thoughts, thank you for your comments on meningitis and mold. I think this is key.
Oh, that's really sweet. Well, good. So let's talk about products. So the thing I want to start with is that my very expensive, the most expensive products I had from the department store that say phytonutrient based on Think Dirty rated an 8 or a 9. Now, 0 is the cleanest. It's the most green. 10 is the worst, the most toxic. They were rating an 8 or a 9, and they were the most expensive products I had.
So Think Dirty is free. You can download it on the App Store, and it basically tells you on a scale of 0 to 10 how quickly these products are killing you.
Right. So most of my products are really awful. So sunscreen, hairspray, a lot of that kind of stuff is the worst, right? Deodorant, those are the worst. Most of them are the worst. But there's a lot of really great products out there that are really clean. And so I found a couple of brands that I just love. And I was surprised. Now, I tried to do this in the past, and the makeup that was natural, not all of it was great. Deodorant wasn't really great in the past, but now they've gotten really on board, and some of these brands are making really great products. They not only smell great, they feel great, and they work. So I'm really excited about it. And I went and bought a bunch of stuff and so I'm testing some of this stuff and sharing with people what's working, and I'm asking my community to do the same. So please, if you guys have products, share with the community. Here's the only thing I ask. It has to be under a 3 or lower. Anything above a 3 is not considered green. So use Think Dirty. Let us know if it's a 3 or less and share it with us. So you can share it here. You can tag us on Instagram. So the ones I have found so far that I love, and I'm going to continue doing this, for personal products, 100% pure is amazing, just amazing. For hair products, Inner Essence is really great. 100% pure is great. Inner Essence, those are a couple of them. There's a couple others. Pacifica makes a couple of products that are really great. Their eyeshadows are really nice and they're green. The makeup from 100% Pure is just awesome, though. It's really, really, really nice. I haven't found a product of theirs I don't like yet.
And you're not a spokesman for that person.
I'm not.
Just so people
no,
know.
I'm not getting sponsored.
But let's take a step back and go, so why should you really care? And most people don't know that whatever goes on your skin goes into your body. So your skin is the largest organ in your body and it absorbs things.
Well, if that wasn't true, then Johnson & Johnson wouldn't have just lost 2 major lawsuits.
With baby powder.
Right.
Right. So this is really important. Whatever goes on your skin goes in your body, affects your body, and becomes part of your body. Mm-hmm. So before I wrote Memory Rescue, I never really read ingredient labels on the deodorant, shampoo, bath soap, hair. I mean, I have no hair now, so it doesn't matter. But sunscreen and so on. But things like parabens and phthalates, fragrances, PEGs, they're toxic for your body. That many of those are called hormone disruptors. And, and as you age, you mentioned menopause, and people know I turned 65 this year. As you age, your hormones go low and low, but they don't have to. It's often an accumulation of the toxins that we put on our bodies. And in the next podcast, we'll actually go through. I'm going to ask you questions about toxins to know your toxic load. But I'm so proud of you for really getting your scan, becoming even more passionate about how do I make this better.
So 2 of the household products that we found that we really like, Ecos obviously is a really good one. 7th Generation makes some really nice ones. But here's what I noticed. As I was doing this, my skin started to feel so much nicer and my hair, like I'm using less hairspray, trying to go more natural. Today's one of the first days that I used any of my old products at all. I'm only using about 1/3 of them because I have to do a bunch of filming and I don't have everything I need that's natural for filming to make your skin look smooth for camera. And it feels icky. And I'm starting to realize that I actually prefer going with just less in general, like almost no makeup. I'm starting to get used to it because your skin starts to glow more and feel nicer. And now that I have like the old powder and stuff on, it doesn't feel good. You start to realize how dull your skin looks. Your hair starts to look shinier, and you mentioned it because you don't use the hairspray and stuff like that. You start to realize
your hair's softer.
It's softer and shinier,
prettier.
Yeah. So you start to realize it
because it's more natural.
Yeah.
For you. So when we come back, I'm going to give you a questionnaire on how do you know about the toxic load in your body if you can't get scanned. And so is there one thing you learned today that you can post?
Or
whatever goes on your body goes in your body? Or
do you have a product that you love that's below a 3 on Think Dirty? Share it with us that you just... something you want everyone to know about.
And if you post it or leave a review, we'll put you in a raffle for the Brain Warriors Way cookbook signed.
Oh, we have a bunch of those. We have to share.
Beautiful wife,
yes,
Tana.
We'll share with you who our winners were, too.
Oh, yeah, we have books today to give away. Stay with us.
If you're enjoying the Brain Warriors Way podcast, please don't forget to subscribe so you'll always know when there's a new episode. And while you're at it, feel free to give us a review or 5-star rating, as that helps others find the podcast.
If you're considering coming to Amen Clinics or trying some of the brain healthy supplements from BrainMD, you can use the code podcast10 to get a 10% discount on a full evaluation at amenclinics.com or a 10% discount on all supplements at brainmdhealth.com. For more information, give us a call at 855-978-1363.